Hey playa, do you find yourself always thinking about something, always doing something, and never just stopping to be? Don't worry, you're not alone. Every single person's mind runs on autopilot sometimes, so it's totally normal. But what if I were to tell you there's a way to stop overthinking in that process? I'll tell you how, right after this. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, our brains are always active and on, and we rarely give them a chance to rest throughout the day. We're thinking about things we have to do and things that have happened to us, and we rarely ever dedicate this moment to just being in this moment. When we're eating breakfast in the morning, we're checking Facebook. When we're hanging out with friends, we're using Snapchat. It's almost as if multitasking allows us to feel more comfortable with the moment we're in. As if every second must be accounted for, or else we're going to feel anxious and restless. Even more than that, we as people tend to dwell a lot on things we should have said, moments we should have acted on, and opportunities we should have took. And the fact that there aren't two of us or more than 24 hours in a day means that we're going to have to make some hard decisions about what we're actually capable of doing. I know I'm guilty too of spending way too much time thinking about a crush or trying to weigh out all my options before I make a big decision. The thing is, overthinking is something our brains do to protect us. It helps us rationalize through everything that's going on so that we don't end up getting hurt or killed. However, after many centuries of living, we found a way to have way more free time. And with all that extra free time, we're left pondering things. Not having to think about where we're going to get our food, our shelter, and our protection from the big bad world outside leaves us with a lot of moments where we're just sitting here in the now. And that can be kind of awkward. Think about it like this. You're waiting in a long line and it's taking forever, so you decide to pull out your phone so you have something to pay attention to. But what if your phone dies? Now you're faced with the grim reality of standing there and doing nothing, or at least nothing in comparison to having one of these. The truth of the matter is that whether you're on your phone or you're not, you're still doing something. So what's the difference? The difference is how you're applying your thoughts. Generally, anything you're looking at on your phone is a toss away. You're reading a status, you're scrolling through someone's feed, or you're watching a quick video. But when you're faced with having to truly be in the present, you require yourself to think a little bit deeper. You become way more observant of the little things happening around you. The way your chair creaks when you sit on it, the sound of the air conditioner as it's blasting, or just the general temperature of the room. Recognizing these little things that are happening in front of you keep you in the present moment. But generally what happens is our mind starts to slip off to other thoughts. And that's why we turn to a distraction like our phone to keep us away from that. The phone, or any other device like it, is a temporary distraction to prevent us from thinking too much. But the problem here isn't thinking. The problem is what we're thinking about. So I guess this leads us to the basic question. How do we kick this bad habit of overthinking and allow ourselves to think peacefully? The best thing you can do is to spend a little bit of your day away from other groups or people. That's not to say you shouldn't share your thoughts and your feelings with other people, but you should allow yourself to first process them on your own. It's only when you spend time away from others that you allow your thoughts to become deeper. For example, imagine something happens that you're really hurt by, but you're hanging out with your friends. What are you more inclined to do? Pretend like it doesn't bother you and shrug it off just so that you don't look weak in front of them, or actually open up and talk about it? By granting yourself that alone time, you're allowed to process your feelings, whether they're sad or mad or happy or angry. A big reason why you may overthink is because you spend more of that mental power thinking about things that have happened rather than what you're feeling then and there. And that's why it's incredibly important to ask the question, what do you do with the mad that you feel? Do you allow yourself to overthink about something that happened, or do you try to handle your feelings then and there? Having your alone time with no distractions also helps you work towards understanding other people. We're always quick to decide how someone else feels and why they do what they do. For example, let's say someone says something really mean to you and you come to the conclusion, well, they're mean because they're just a jerk. We will constantly overthink what they said and why they said it, and always come to the conclusion, well, they did it because they're a jerk. But when we allow ourselves to deal with our own feelings, to think in the present moment, we then begin to realize that there's probably more to that story. Thinking about our own feelings makes us realize that we're capable of being hurt and suffering, and chances are the person who's lashing out against us is suffering in their own way. And that's why overthinking will continue to happen unless you allow yourself to process your thoughts and your feelings in the present moment. So here are 3 quick actionable tips that you can take right now to help you stop overthinking. The first one is simple. Unplug yourself from technology. Take an hour or more each day to just not touch technology. Don't allow yourself to become distracted by your phone. Don't watch TV. Don't play video games. Just try to sit and think. Sitting and thinking doesn't mean just sit there and be bored though. You can sit and look out a window. You can just hang out and relax in a chair. Do something that is comfortable and relaxing without distraction. Next, use the early mornings as a way to find some alone time for yourself. Chances are throughout the day there's a lot of hustle and bustle going on and it's hard to concentrate on anything. But if you wake up super early before everyone else does, you'll be able to experience that peace and quiet before the day begins. But the most important one is to schedule time in your day to relax. It doesn't matter if it's an hour, 15 minutes, or even 5 minutes. Give yourself that amount of time to just stop. You can use that time to go for a walk around your block. You could download something like the Calm app to help you meditate, or even just sit in your bathroom alone with no distractions for those 15 minutes. Whether you want to do a number 2 in that time is totally up to you though. If you implement these 3 techniques, you'll find it easier to stop overthinking and you'll allow yourself to actually deal with what you're feeling when it happens in that present moment. You're not dwelling on the past and you're not getting anxious about the future. You're just being here. And that's the best way to overpower overthinking. Yes, there will be times where your mind will wander off into the future or start thinking about something from the past. And the best thing you could do is to catch yourself, to recognize that you were doing it, and to come back here. What do you think though? Do you find yourself overthinking a lot? Leave your comment below and we'll talk about it. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I put out a new video every Tuesday and Friday sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. Also, don't forget to check out all the video links in the description below. I put a bunch of them there that I think will be super helpful if you find yourself overthinking, thinking about negative thoughts, or you just want to learn how to deal with your own anxiety. Check those videos out and I hope they help you out. As always guys, love and peace.